The truth exposed about Airbnb in Dubai. Do not book an Airbnb until you've watched this video. Hi, I'm Jan Obridge, I'm the Cruise Queen. I'm going to talk to you today about Airbnb in Dubai and our experience. What's this got to do with cruising, I hear you ask? Well, that's a good question. Obviously, it's not a cruise at this point. However, most of us at some time or another stay a day before, a day after, a couple of days either side of a cruise in the port of embarkation. And we did exactly that at Christmas in Dubai. There were 7 of us, and so we decided, since my son's family had never stayed in Dubai, never seen Dubai, they wanted to kind of do the kind of touristy stuff. So we had a look at costings to stay in Dubai before our cruise. Well, what we decided to do was do an Airbnb, and I have to say that we got a great deal. That's before I tell you any of the good, the bad and the ugly. It was a great deal. Everything in Dubai is mega expensive. If you get a hotel in Dubai, a good hotel, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So what we did was, for 7 of us, we took an Airbnb in the largest residential building in Dubai, the Princess Tower. It's quite well known, it's very famous, it's iconic, it's just a lovely tower. And we were on the 87th floor. So I have to tell you, the views from the 87th floor were stunning. Every balcony, we had 6 balconies, and from every balcony you could see something wonderful. It was just great. So we really loved that, to be able to go and look out of any window and see some amazing things. The buildings, both at night and in the day, it doesn't matter when, it was just wonderful. We had great sights. It's a shame that in the daytime it was so windy. Remember, it was December. Because a couple of things. Number one, we couldn't really sit out on the balcony. On the last day we did, because the wind wasn't as high, but it was too cold for me anyway, because I'm a bit, I get cold easily. So yeah, it wasn't sitting on the balcony weather. Possibly in the summer when it's hotter, it would have been nice. But also the wind howled through the balcony. The seals on the doors weren't great. So yeah, it howled a bit. Fortunately, the wind died down at night, so it didn't make a noise at night, because it was the room that we were in that was making the most noise. So we had 4 bedrooms, 4 double bedrooms. When we walked into the Princess Tower, there was a lovely lobby there with a reception desk. It was always manned, and they were very helpful. Lifts up to, and fast lifts actually, up to the 87th floor, which wasn't the top. The top, I think, was the 92nd or 93rd floor. And up there was an observation lounge. It was a very comfortable area where people could go up, read a book, or just look out over the city. No bar, because of course, although there was a bar, but there was nothing in the bar, because of course, for the most part, Dubai is dry, except if you go to the good hotels, like the Marriott, which was just down the road from where we were staying. So going into the apartment, it had a lock, a combination lock, which was great. Everything was given to us there. We got the lock combination from the agent before we arrived. When we got in there was a card that meant we could get in and out of the building. So that was all taken care of. The rooms themselves were beautifully appointed. They were big. We had a massive lounge and dining room, massive dining room table, a big kitchen with 3 fridges, go figure, a great cooker. But that's kind of where things start to go wrong. The bathrooms were lovely. Bathrooms, we had 3 bathrooms. 2 of the bathrooms had like corner baths with jacuzzi in. The other one had a shower. And then we had a loo with 3 sinks, wash basins. I mean, we kind of laughed a bit at that. It's like, do you want to do communal hand washing after you go to the loo? I don't know. Anyway, it was beautiful, marble and very clean. So that was lovely. There was like a den type area, again, leather couches with a coffee table and a TV in there. Don't know why they would put the TV in there though, when it was quite small, the room comparatively, and only had seating really comfortably for 4 people, and yet the apartment was for 8 people. In the lounge area, where there was seating area for 8 people, there was no TV. So, not that it bothered me, but it just would have made sense. So, where am I going with this? Well, first of all, if you've ever done Airbnb, you will know that for the most part, you are borrowing someone's home. You are staying in an apartment or a house which is used by someone during the week or at weekends or whatever, and you're getting their free time. So somebody might be living in the city to work for all week, then at weekends they go home and they leave the apartment and let it with Airbnb. We've done that. I did that in Manchester, for example. So that's great because you know it's a home, you know it's lived in for a good part of the week, and so it has things in there that people have. The difference between that and the Airbnb in Dubai is that although it was a beautiful place, it was kind of soulless because it wasn't lived in. It was a holiday let that was not lived in, that is being marketed through Airbnb, which it's fine, and I have to reiterate, it was good value for money. So it was great, but it could have been, or no, it was good, very good, but it could have been great with just a little bit of thought. For example, and you should know this if you are going to book an Airbnb in Dubai, you should know that you need to talk to the owners before you go and find out things we didn't know. Like, for example, is there going to be enough crockery, enough cutlery for you when you move in there? Because we didn't have that. It seems like they bought sets, and when the cups got broke, they didn't replace them. There were like 3 water glasses, or 3 glasses, full stop. Like they may have had a set, but when they got broke, they didn't replace them. Cutlery, who knows what happened to the cutlery, but there wasn't enough cutlery for 7 of us to sit down and eat together. We kind of had to do it in shifts. So those things were a little sad because, okay, we didn't eat meals in there really except breakfast, but we still had to do it in shifts. You know, we were having eggs and turkey bacon or omelettes or whatever. We still needed a knife and fork. And cups, you know, there were just there weren't enough cups for us all to have a drink at the same time, a cup of coffee at the same time. Other things which you'd normally find in a home that you would have use of would be salt and pepper and stuff like that. Nothing like that was in the apartment at all. There were plenty of ice trays, which was good, but nothing else. Oh, water. We got great big things of water which you turn upside down like you get in an office in the kitchen, which had a hot and a cold, which was good because the kettle was put on the stove jobby and took forever to boil. So it was only once we figured out how to get hot water out of the little machine that we were able to make tea and coffee without boiling the little kettle. So yeah, that was sad. Also, no tea towel, no dishcloth. Just a few tea towels would have been good to be able to dry the dishes, take something out of the oven if it's hot, that kind of thing. So my husband is the cook in our house and tends to do everybody's breakfast whenever he's at my son's house as well. So naturally he was in the kitchen, and as people got up he made their breakfast. But he couldn't take anything out of the oven because he didn't have a tea towel, so it was like scrambling around to try and find something. So we had to go to the supermarket and buy stuff. Fortunately, the people before, I believe, had left some washing up liquids, so we didn't have to buy that. But we had to buy cloths. I mean, you wouldn't take cloths on holiday with you, would you? You've got to go on a plane if you're going from UK, and you're limited luggage. So yeah, that was disappointing. It wouldn't have taken a lot to do that. It would have also been nice to have things that made it more homely. Like I said, it was a bit soulless. There were a few pictures here and there, but it was like being in a hotel or a holiday apartment, which you kind of expect to be soulless. The other thing that was a bit of a shame was there was only one towel per person, and that might not sound a lot, but when you're staying there for 3 nights and you've got one towel per person and no hand towel and no small towels to do hair or anything like that, it's not a lot. And you know, you needed to make sure that you kind of dried off before you dried, if you like. So again, a bit disappointing. It would have been good to have 2 towels per person, for example. Not a big expense, but just would have made it better. Also, there were no pool towels. There was a pool, which actually was in the shade for the majority of the day. About 1:30 in the afternoon, they told us that, the sun begins to creep into where the pool is. So we did go down there, and we went in the hot tub, which was quite nice, and just chilled out a little bit, met some of the people. One of the guys that is resident in the building. So that was nice, but no pool towels. And again, if you're going on a cruise, you certainly want to pack pool towels. And if you're going to go and stay for a few days, you don't really want to be adding pool towel weight to your luggage. So again, it's something that you need to ask about. So the bottom line, great views, great apartment, just a great experience. I'll talk about Dubai itself in the next video, but Airbnb in Dubai, yes, it's a lot less money than a hotel, but check your facts before you go. Don't get caught out like we did, because you know, we went down to get stuff for breakfast and a few cloths and spent £70. Very easy to do in Dubai. So would we do it again? Yeah, the apartment was good. It wasn't. It certainly wasn't a bad apartment. It wasn't a bad experience. It's just a good experience. Could have been a great experience with a little bit of loving care from the owner, which I fed back to them. So hopefully the next experience, the next person that experiences that apartment will get a better experience than we did. So please do subscribe, press the button below, tick the notification bell so that you find out when I'm posting another video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. So this is Jan, the Cruise Queen, saying bye for now. Have a great week.